Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be making a 1-cord wood shed. We're going to be making this with a lot of wood that we had left over from a previous project, and you can customize this wood shed any way you see fit. We kind of came up with a lot of the ideas as we went along, so let's jump right into it. Okay, we're making the base of the shed, and at the bottom it is 4 foot on the sides by 75 inches. Basically 4 by 6, except we're putting the side pieces over on the side, which extends the side 3 inches. So it's 48 inches by 75 inches. And I'm using this little corner clamp that I got from Harbor Freight for $3.50. I'll put a link in the description. We now have the base framed, and these 2 inside pieces are exactly 6 feet. And we're attaching everything with 3-inch screws. Next step after we have it framed is to waterproof the base. And so we're just taking a deck brush and brushing it off. And then we'll just put 2 coats of this Thompson's water seal, which is the same thing that I've been doing on my bench videos. And yeah, so 2 coats, letting it dry. Let's do it. First coat of the staining is all done. Just want to point out that we're using all wood that we have left over from previous projects. You can use this with pressure treated wood if you want to, but we're trying to make this a very simple DIY project with wood that we have left over. You'll see that as the shed build progresses. Since we have water running through here when it rains, we're putting them up on cement blocks. We have 6 blocks since we're a 4 by 6 structure. Okay, we decided to drop these things down, make it flush. That way we can screw it in right here into the wood at the top of the cement. So I'm screwing them in, drilling the hole first, and I'm not drilling them in a line because I don't want to split anything. So I'm doing them spread out kind of like a diamond or a triangle. And then I'm doing 2 on the bottom on this side and 2 on the bottom on that side, going into the wood that's attached to the cement. All 4 4x4s are now in place. You can see that they're different lengths, but we're gonna cut them according to the slope that we choose here shortly. Okay, we now have the 4 posts on there and cut. The slope in the front is 5/8 from this to the top of the slope, obviously, and the other one is 5/2. So 68 inches at the top point and 62 inches at the very bottom point. You can see here, this is the 62-inch line, and yeah, we just put a piece of 2x4 from the top point to the bottom point and drew a line, and then we cut. Okay, we now have the support attached. You can see that we used clamps below the 2x4s to support the wood, and the front one is just going straight across, and the sides are going down at the slope to support the roof stuff that we're going to use later on. It's looking pretty good. You can see here that we have our stained wood on the bottom, and just to say again that we're using whatever wood we have on the property. So we're trying to make this as cheap as possible. But yeah, I mean, this thing is super solid. You can see here we have this pile of wood under this tarp that needs to go somewhere. So we're finally getting closer to framing this thing and finishing it up. We now attach the back support piece from the inside. It's looking pretty good. Starting to put the floor down, and to put the floor down we're spacing it with a speed square and using 3-inch screws. Okay, we're on day 2, nearing the end of the day, kinda 3 o'clock. We're gonna be staining next, just showing that the floor is all the way on there. And you can see here I left in these squares to show you the spacing. And yeah, it's looking really good. We put this together in 2 days so far. So yeah, next step is staining. Let's do it. First coat of the staining is on there. We hit everything that we could with the brush except for the brown pressure treated wood. It's pretty much the same color as the stain anyways. But yeah, it's coming along. Okay, now done with the back. We ran out of extra wood we had here on the property, so we went to Home Depot and got 11 2x4s. Ended up working out pretty much perfectly. So towards the bottom, except for these last two at the top, I spaced it out with this thing that's about 1 inch. So you can see here, that's what I used to space everything out. And then at the top, I needed something small, 2 of them. So I just used these little guys right here. Let me show you here on the back side how it looks. Let me show you guys how it looks from above. So far on this project, we've spent about $100. Obviously we had a bunch of leftover wood, but we've spent about $100 on the cement things on the bottom, 6 of them, and these 11 2x4s, and then we bought a $30 piece of plywood that we may use for the roof. And don't forget to always have an assistant on hand to help with the project. All right, let's keep going. Stay in the back. Now we're putting up these little pieces on the side. Okay, got the sides up. Back is stained. Looking pretty good. As you can tell, we kind of used whatever we could. This should hold a cord for sure. Next part is the roof. Let's do it. So we put our 4x8 piece of plywood on top of it. We haven't screwed anything in, but I just wanted to show you guys. But this thing's looking pretty good. We're actually gonna start loading the wood in today because it's gonna rain tonight. Yeah, I'm really proud of this. One cord WoodShed is fully loaded, pretty much. Okay, we got the metal on top of the plywood and it's starting to rain. I'm gonna keep this tarp here in the front of it, at least for now. But yeah, it's almost complete. Just gonna have to add some silicone or something to the metal at the top and some screws, and then we're done. If you like the video, like and subscribe. See you guys next time. I'm out.